Does ashwagandha have side effects? And if so, what are they? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Hey, I'm Logan Christopher from Lost Empire Herbs. Ashwagandha is an amazing plant adaptogen that really helps a lot of people to better deal with stress and have far wide-ranging functions within the human body, helping to support health. But anything that has great effects can also have side effects. I will say this, ashwagandha tends to be one of the safer plants out there. There really is not a whole lot as far as side effects are concerned. But everyone is different, so occasionally some people do have some issues. So first of all, let's talk about sleep. Ashwagandha, the Latin name for that is Withania somniferum. Now, somna, you'll see that same root word is used in such things as insomnia. So many of the adaptogens, let's say rhodiola or ginseng, right, they can be very stimulating. Actually, most of the adaptogens are more stimulating side. Ashwagandha is one of the few adaptogens that really is more calming and relaxing. And one of the reasons it may be working on this is that its effects on the GABA receptors within the nervous system. Now, different people are maybe more focused on dopamine. Other people have much more GABA or these different neurotransmitters. We're all a bit different in that. So some people, when they take ashwagandha, especially a bigger dose, it may knock them out. It may make them very tired. Now, for most people, this is not going to happen. I'd say 95% of people, hard to say exactly, but most people, you can take it any time of the day. You may feel some relaxation from it, but it's not really an herb that most people feel right away. But for a few people, based on GABA receptors or who knows what is going on in them, ashwagandha can be a powerful sedative. So we might look at that as a side effect, right? If you are one of those people and you're taking ashwagandha about your day, it could be making you tired. If that's the case, then obviously you would only want to be taking this right before going to bed. Use it for those effects. But once again, this is not going to affect most people in this way. A second side effect. Ashwagandha is one of the few herbs that we know can be helpful around thyroid health. Now, there is some evidence possibly that it may be modulating to the thyroid hormones. We don't know all the details of how it's working, so that if it's over and above, it may bring it down, or if it's hypothyroid, it may be able to help bring things back up. However, there is more evidence that it's helping on that hypothyroid side. So if you're too low in T3 or T4, the different thyroid hormones, it may be helping to bring these up. And of course, all of our hormone systems are very complex, so how this is all working in the body, the details still need to be made more clear in how ashwagandha is doing this. There are a couple case studies. I've seen, I think, 2 or 3 of these where ashwagandha, for whatever reason, was overly stimulating to their thyroid system, seemed to exacerbate or give them some hyperthyroid symptoms. So if you are hyperthyroid, that doesn't mean you can't take ashwagandha. Some people, I think, do have some benefits from doing this, but do be careful of it. And if you are feeling if you're getting those hyperthyroid symptoms, which you can find lists of those in all sorts of different places, then definitely ashwagandha could be the wrong herb for you. So that is something to be aware of as well. One last side effect I want to talk about, and this is not something that's going to be an issue with our ashwagandha. Ours is a spagyric tincture, so this is something that you squirt on your mouth, take it sublingually, and then it's going to absorb into your bloodstream and have the effects this way. But a lot of people use just dried, ground up ashwagandha root powder. And it can certainly have benefits in doing this. In Ayurveda, this would often be mixed with milk and then consumed. The problem is that these are woody roots that you're consuming, and you consume too many of these, it can cause some digestive upset. This may even be the case with some extract powders, but it generally seems to be an issue if you're just taking that bulk, dry, raw root and consuming that. You do that, the body it's a raw root. You're not, the stomach and digestive system is not best at consuming this, so it can cause some digestive upset symptoms in doing so. Once again, with a tincture or with properly extracted ashwagandha, then that it often is not going to be an issue at all. No one's going to really have that. I've never heard of that happening with our tincture here. Some of our powdered herbs, yes, but not with our ashwagandha tincture. There probably are some other very arcane side effects, but these 3, the knocking people out a little bit being too sedative, the possible hyperthyroid effects of it, and then the upset stomachs with the dry powders. Those are the side effects I'm aware of. But overall, ashwagandha, very popular plant, but very, very, very low in side effects. Hope you enjoy this. A lot more information on ashwagandha, not just its side effects, but all the benefits it can bring over at lostempireherbs.com. Also, we have several other videos about ashwagandha here on YouTube. Be sure to check it out.